Good day and welcome. This stream is called Fly Me to the Moon. Here we go. Thank you for liking. Much appreciated. Just stole some stuff from some base technology. Killed a couple of robots. I spared all the peoples. Pretty much undetected. Ugh.
Captain, greetings.
All hell's breaking loose, Rook. Delgado needs you in the repair bay with Jazz as soon as possible. Hooray! You got the conduction gizmo. You did exactly what we asked you to do. Good work, pat on the head. Are you ignoring me or something? I just said there's an emergency. Oh, it's bad. Real bad. Delgado will fill you in with the details. Now get your ass to the repair bay. Go!
How bad could it be? Hey, achievement! Can't be that bad. She's not there. By the entrance for me. Can't be that bad, man.
While we're here, perhaps we should remain silent about my background with the United Colonies.
Need a drink? Hog and the last gnome will be more than happy to take your credit.
And you
Alright,
are
shoot,
sure
go
we
on.
have those defense batteries up and running?
No, I'm not sure. They're in bad shape, Del. Really bad shape. I'm already using duct tape and spit to keep the station from falling apart, and you want me to pull a rabbit out of my hat?
I don't want to hear excuses. I want to hear that it's going to be fixed. Period. Get it done.
All right, I'm on it.
You want to quit standing there and hand over the conduction grid data?
Nothing you need to worry about.
Stay in your own space lane and let Jazz do her damn job. Now, do you have what we sent you to Neon for, or not?
Ah, perfect. I'll take that.
Dependable as always. Unlike some people we know.
Oh, that's real funny.
All right, listen up because I don't want to repeat this twice. We've gotten word that UC Systef is massing somewhere nearby for an attack on the key. While we prepare for their arrival, I want you to head straight for Bannock 4 and bring Crix's legacy home. I have a very reliable source at Mast. They were so concerned that the threat was real, they actually jumped the information out to us right away. Oh my god. Haven't you been paying attention? The only reason half the fleet's captains haven't scattered across the settled systems is because they're waiting for their part of the score. No money means no protection. No protection means we are done when C-Steph arrives. Simple enough for you? Just slow down and listen before you jump the gun and ruin everything. Lay it out, Jess.
All right, first things first. I'm gonna upload this data you snagged from Generdyne into the Keys databanks. All you need to do is build and then install a conduction grid module onto your ship. Oh, and if you haven't already, you'll need the comm spike module installed as well.
While we're at it, perhaps we should fetch your groceries for you as well?
Once your ship is ready, jump out to Bannock 4, board the Legacy, and bring us the cash. Everything you'll need for ship repair and construction is down in Jass's section of the key. If you have any questions about the modules, She'll have all the answers. Nothing around here is simple.
Dell's right. You have to follow these steps carefully, or don't bother coming back. After you board the Legacy, be on the lookout for 2 transfer modules. They're special keys that allow access to the ship's vault. Once you locate the vault's control center, hook up the data core I'm gonna give you.
You are our guest.
Sophie, thank you for liking and
before you
sharing.
get any bright ideas, like running off with the money, that currency is going to be heavily encrypted. Only a genius like Shinya will be able to...
Oh, not there. Okay, how about here? Ooh, that feels good.
Because those Galbank ships were carrying so much money, they didn't even trust their own crew. Yeah? I sure hope so. Look, I'm gonna make this real simple for you. If that money ends up anywhere but the key, I will hunt you down and pry it out of your dead hands myself. Now get moving. The Crimson Fleet isn't really a fleet. It's an ideal. A principle.
Caesar, thank you for sharing and liking. Much appreciated.
Okay, how about here? Ooh, that feels good.
That notion has been lost. Captains have been turning their backs on the fleet, doing jobs on the side, killing.
I had some tortellini.
You are our guest.
Tortellini, man, from Costco.
And I'm certain it would unify us once again. Of course, it wouldn't exactly hurt to have all that extra money at our disposal. But I think you catch my meaning. You've met some of them already. Matis Castillo, Yevgeny Rokov, Juan Dayu, Estelle Vincent, and Adler Kemp. They might feel like independents to you, but each one of them has a stake in the Crimson Fleet, and each one of them wants a cut of the wealth. I am sending word out to every able-bodied captain that they are needed. We'll see how many answer the call. The toughest nut to crack is if UC Sistef brings in the Vigilance. That Commander Ikande has himself a hell of a ship there. Advanced shield tech, bristling with weapons. I would love to see that thing burn. If we hope to stand a chance against it, we need those defensive batteries and Crix's legacy. Come back with Crix's legacy, or don't come back at all.
I need to get those defensive batteries online, so make this fast. There are 3 defensive batteries, basically high-powered military space.
My stream muted?
Circulated around the key. They were part of the UC's original defenses for the station. Pretty effective too. Can put some serious hurt on enemy spacecraft.
Looks like it's working according to the thing.
The batteries have an incredibly wide field of coverage, so they can pick off ships trying to reach the key from any vector. The bad news is that they're 100-year-old tech. They keep breaking down and are expensive as hell to keep operational.
What is going on? Let's see. Let's see. What is going on? Let's see. What is going on? Let's see. What is going on?
I've had better conversations with robots. Well, you already know that the conduction grid does a pretty nifty trick. It absorbs extreme voltage and converts it to usable power on neon. The version for your ship can still absorb incoming electrical energy, like, say, the EM field surrounding Bannock 4, but it can't store the power. Instead, it just scatters the EM harmlessly away from the hull, insulating you from frying every circuit aboard. As a nice side effect, I'm betting the module will make your ship somewhat EM weapon resistant and boost its shield regen. Lucky you. The comm spike traces and decrypts coded signals. As long as you have the transponder ID, you can track pretty much anything.
Oh, right
The file
on.
you lifted from the Galbank archives contained the Legacy's transponder code, which I'll program into your nav system. All you have to do is get within the vicinity of Bannock 4, and the comm spike will automatically point you to the target. Cute toy, huh? Not a problem. Conduction grid data is all set up in the system, so it should be an easy install. I'd love to take your money, but your ship's in perfect condition. Oh, yeah, nothing like changing it up to make a ship feel new again.
All right.
You are our guest.
Gonna add these components. Fire Devil, thank you for liking. I don't know if it's a shield thing or what. Or gear, eh? Equipment. It's got to be equipment. Con spike. They did give them a mass of 1. Production unit. And where to stick it to? I'm doing the big side story mission for the pirates slash undercover cop thing. I think I need to add a part though. That one's. That one have 2. Hey, Swish. Look like that's what we need. Cap. This one might work. There's only one spot. Stroud is the engine brand, I think. This thing has like room for 5. Like 10 though. Doubt I could put that on the hull though. Or you can, sort of. Not evenly though. That's a nose cap. Maybe something like that would work. I don't know. Looks like it's a bit wide though. So mid something would be something we might maybe want. But that doesn't have more than one spot on it, eh? Like a weapon mount. All these different looks that you can go for, eh? Not sure why I can't hook that stuff on there correctly. Put that other thing on there, but what do those need to be hooked to? Think it's that one? We'll put this one down there. Put it on that one. Flipping, I guess. That one can go there. Or it can go up here. Gotta color it. Morning, how are you?
You are our
Where are you
guest.
at today? Thank you for liking, much appreciated. I guess this thing could go at the bottom here. Oh, it doesn't let me put it there either. Put it on top. I can put it either up there. Or I can put it on the side thing here. Not like perfectly even. What can you do? You're home recovering from health issues. Oh, there you go. Where are you living now? How am I in BC? BC's got about 401 fires right now. And I'm alright, I guess. Guess that's okay there. It's fine, whatever, eh? Whatever, just can't go there because stuff there. There we go, that's better. Oh, you're in LA? Oh, okay. Well, when you said good morning, I was confused. Turn around here. There. A little more even now, I guess. This stuff feeds the shield anyway, so it's good. This thing here scrambles them trying to scan my cargo. This is the shield. This thing here is like stops electromagnetic damage and feeds the shield a bit. And then this thing helps with targeting and stuff like that. Like experimental. Made my ship a tiny bit heavier, but doesn't look like it slowed it down any.
Smuggling beats a real job any day.
All right. The depot's over here.
Heading out. No price is too high. I'm sure I got something to suit your needs.
Yeah, 401 active fires. Actually, favorite that one,
You
eh?
are our guest. You are our guest.
Timothy, thank you for liking. Much appreciated. And sharing.
Oh, not there. Okay, how about here? Ooh, that feels good.
That one. I'm good, thank you. I had thank you for liking, much appreciated. I had some tortellini today. You and Timothy hanging out. You guys came in at the same time.
Stay safe out there.
Where's my friend here? Rosa said good morning.
So, where to next? Looks like it's Neptune. Let's see what you've got.
Oh man, I got like tons of stuff. Well, that's me. Well, she had like a few packs.
Goodbye.
You said morning because you want to. Oh.
We may not have official security.
Almost at the end of the pirate storyline. Heck, I thought this was the depot. Oh,
See anything
she'll
you
do.
like?
She'll sell this, buy stuff.
I hope you came with credits. Now you're speaking my language.
We're okay there.
Always a pleasure.
You might find a deal or two here, if you can overlook the spatters of blood covering all the staple goods. I don't know about you, but I think we're welcome.
So there I am. UC security on my tail.
I have things for you.
We're off to the races. What'd you answer in the poll? Oops, I accidentally nicked the space station here. But yes. Frank Sinatra's losing, man. It's like 67% against right now. Yeah, I gotta go to the vigilance. That's what I'm. You voted no? You don't like Frank Sinatra? I wonder what Stephanie put. You'd think she likes Frank Sinatra because Christmas music and popular songs.
We're in the right place.
Oops, I forgot to hail them first.
We have a clean talk, right on the money.
After you, Captain.
They moved their ship. They're getting ready to attack, eh?
All support ships have arrived, Commander.
Good. After we're done here, arrange a briefing. I want all of their CEOs over here as soon as possible.
Yes, sir.
Can't play it for a little while because it's at home or something?
I've received the reports about that stunt you pulled inside of Genadine. Opening fire inside a civilian facility. Are you out of your mind?
You're nuts.
Furious at us right now. They want Commander Ikonde to resign.
You know what? What I did is I killed the vacuum cleaner and a robot.
Fortunately, provided just enough information for me to convince the council that this program should continue. There are people that will handle Genadine's lawyers, so we can continue our jobs bringing down the...
And I wasn't detected at all.
The gravity of the mistake you've made.
So...
You search for more options, and when those fail, you search for even more. Anything that prevents you from drawing that weapon. The only reason you should be opening fire on anyone is in the defense of your own life. I should make you say that to the families of the innocents you murdered.
I killed a robot and 2 vacuum cleaners.
To find a safer solution. This is not how UC operates. I don't care if we're one step away from Crix's legacy. If you do it again, you're off this operation, and I'll have Top throw you in the brig.
It'll be my pleasure, sir.
All right.
They're sure angry for me killing 2 bots. I didn't kill any humans.
Let's get back to the operation at hand. It's time to put all the cards on the table and prepare to attack the key.
I'm gonna go after there and kill everybody there now.
Good. The more confusion and panic we cause, the more damage we can potentially inflict. Before you jump to Bannock 4, I need to make one thing abundantly clear. The credits from that Galbank transport cannot reach the fleet. You have to bring them here at all costs. If Delgado gains access to those resources, we might be touching off a battle we can't possibly win.
We've been monitoring the Crimson Fleet's comm chatter in the Crick system. They're gathering allies by making promises based on your success.
As much as I hate to admit it, UC SysDef won't stand a chance. The fleet will become stronger and more unified than...
Maybe you shouldn't yell at me for shooting some robots.
You should have thought of these potential consequences before incarcerating those people on Suvorov.
Perhaps. But instead of spending time debating our predecessors' mistakes, we should be working towards a rapid solution. I'm pretty sure you're joking, but just in case you're fishing for what I'd say, I can tell you this. That money doesn't belong to you, or the Crimson Fleet, or even UC SysDef. It was for war reparations and belongs to the people. Allowing Delgado to get Crix's legacy, or keeping it for yourself would have extremely serious repercussions. I've always known that when it came down to it, you'd do the right thing. All right.
Update maintenance.
Do whatever prep you need to do aboard the Vigilance, and then head out to Bannock 4. When you return here with Crix's legacy, we'll begin the attack. Good luck. Our directive is simple. We are tasked with the eradication of space piracy in the settled systems. As the chief source of pirate activity, the Crimson Fleet is our primary target. The evidence you've been bringing to Lieutenant Toft has been instrumental in convincing the brass at Mast.
Like looking at her watch, did you see that?
They've sent us support ships, extra troops, weapons. All on account of your role in the operation. To put it simply, if it wasn't for you, this operation would be at a standstill. During the end of the Narion War, the money was destined to bolster the Freestar Collective's coffers. Even though we were rivals at the time, and I suppose we still are to some extent, the credits still rightfully belong to their people. After the money is turned over to Mast, I'm certain arrangements will be made to return the money to the proper authorities in Aquila City. Stay focused and be careful out there.
Looking for some last-minute advice? Anything you can tell us would be helpful. Damn it. I was afraid of that. I'll warn our ships to use looser formations. Hopefully Durand isn't as clever as she thinks she is, or you can help us take the batteries down when the attack begins. Was that all? Yeah. I heard they even sent word to some of the contacts you met. They're writing an awful lot of checks they can't cover without Crix's legacy, but we'll be ready for them. Anything else? Okay, well, if anything else springs to mind before you leave, please let me know. Even as long ago as the Narion War, Galbank used an extremely potent level of encryption on their currency. Unfortunately, the unlocked ciphers are lost to time. However, if you can bring us one of Galbank's old transfer modules, I know it would help. Don't worry, I'm sure some of the techs at Mast will be able to work with whatever you bring to reverse the encryption. Excellent. Let me have it. and I'll upload it to our database. Benjamin Bayou, pride of the Freestar Collective. The authorities there have been trying to nail him for a long time. Bringing us proof that he's been manipulating Generdyne from the shadows is pretty tasty stuff. The FC will pay dearly for this. Good job. Find anything else?
All the evidence I have.
Fine. I know there's more out there, so keep on it. This is your moment. I know you can do this.
United Colony System Defense at your service.
Hopefully, our vanguard will be at Neptune. Time to go?
System Marines are the best at this.
How can I be of service, Captain?
Let's go to the brig.
Operations does good work.
Back to visit. What do you want? I wouldn't mind a visit from time to time.
Oh!
We're loose.
Oh crap. Careful not to hit the ship on the way out. Guess I can only go. This has I've been before. Level 30. I have to do something else first before I can do that, eh? Schrodinger's cat? Is that what that is? This one's level 30. I'm gonna go there because there's supposed to be a good secret weapon there.
I apologize for coming over this emergency channel, but we are in need of assistance concerning the large ship in orbit, and we value discretion in this matter. If you are willing and able, please see me as soon as possible at the main security office in Paradiso. Over now.
Let's go check this out. Yeah, I'm only level 16. I'm a bit under leveled for the area. This looks like a nice planet. Look at all the trees.
Oxygen, nitrogen, nitrogen. It's all here.
We've got some of the best private security in the settled systems.
Took the other way in, I guess.
Welcome to Paradiso. Jiro Sugiyama at your service. Do you have a security concern, or is there something else I can help you with? Honestly, it's not as exciting as you might think most of the time. More often than not, we're just handling drunk and disorderly conduct. Heck, even pirates leave us alone for the most part. I think it's because some of them actually vacation here. As long as they're not bothering anyone, we've been told not to worry about them. Neither. We're our own private force. The Paradiso group pays top dollar for top-notch security. And I dare say we're some of the best in the business. We have to be out here on the fringes of the settled systems. Ah, yes, of course. I'm glad you came. As you can imagine, we're in a bit of a predicament. Under normal circumstances, we would not enlist outside help in this manner. But this is a matter we can't afford to worry our guests about. As such, we need to handle this discreetly. Failure on your part to do so could have severe consequences. So, before we proceed, can you swear not to discuss this with anyone else unless explicitly directed to do so? You're right. We're not. Which means we're not bound by anyone's laws but our own. In other words, it's our system and our rules. Neither the UC nor the Freestar Collective will help you if you get into trouble here. Great. I appreciate it. Not too long ago, a strange and enormous ship appeared in Parima space. It is now locked in orbit around our planet. So far, it doesn't seem to be hostile, but any attempts to communicate with it have been in vain, so we're unsure of the ship's intentions. It bears no discernible markings or allegiances to any manufacturers we're aware of. I'm hoping that doesn't mean we're dealing with some sort of new deep space threat. Not quite. It took some time, but we received a transmission. It was all, pardon the phrasing, it sounded almost alien, like nothing anyone's heard before. Clicks, distorted groans, buzzing, really disturbing sounds. Now, one of our engineers says it could just be some busted comm equipment or incompatible signals, but we're not sure. So far, no one's disembarked from the ship, no landing craft, nothing. We don't have the staff or ships to spare, otherwise we'd dock with it and attempt to board. Can't say for sure. Looks worn, but not cobbled together like a Crimson Fleet junker. Others have been saying it's some new Varun design, a gigantic battleship with hidden armaments preparing for assault, but that doesn't check out either. There's also been talk about non-human sentient life. The comms data we received might support that, but humanity's spread far and wide and no one's ever encountered anything like that. Still, first contact. Could you imagine? It is. Whatever's going on, we need to approach this with care. First, see if you have more luck communicating with them. If not, you may have to try boarding. Whatever you do, it's important to remember to seek diplomacy with who or whatever's on board. As soon as you have any more information, report to Oliver Campbell. He's the CEO of Paradiso. All formal decisions will need to go through him, and he'll have your pay. Good luck.
It may be paradise, but that doesn't mean we don't run into trouble from time to time.
A lot of guards.
Welcome back, Mr. Tofik. I am aware that this is your 8th visit to our resort. Your repeat patronage is much appreciated. Is there any assistance I may offer you today?
A question. Usually when I come here, the shuttle takes a certain route, showing me the beauty of this world. But this time, our entries seem to take longer, and we pass by a lot more open water. Was there something wrong with our normal flight path? I heard the rumors of a ship in orbit.
Please allow me to apologize for this inconvenience. This alternate entry was required due to a meteor shower affecting the usual descent route. Nothing to worry about.
Got anything you need to offload? Trade authorities always... You should inspect your ship for heat leeches every couple landings. They'll cause plenty of havoc. Okay.
He's got a cool shirt. Anything really different here? A porthole. Only problem is it kind of restocks a lot of junk into
I'm sure you can find something you like.
my ship. Pretty cool looking. That one. Huge. I just added this window right here.
Captain, do you require my assistance?
Off right away, or do you need a little more time?
Hey, Cap.
scary ship.
And you didn't even scratch the paint.
Have something for you when you have a moment.
An EM weapon? What is? That'd be a killer against robots. Guess I probably should just use a normal gun.
Good day, Captain. Hello, Captain. I believe this is a... I hope my answers were satisfactory.
Stay alert. Weapons at the ready.
You're human. Oh, we're human. From the planet Earth in the Sol system. It's just that we weren't expecting to find life, let alone human life out here. We thought we were the only ones to leave Earth.
Imagine being cut off from humankind for that long. How terribly frightening that would be.
Perhaps.
Where's all the space babies?
Of course. Manners. I'm Captain Diana Brackenridge. This is Security Officer Bomani Reader. And this is Dr. Mabuti da Costa, one of our elders.
A pleasure to meet you.
You've come aboard the Earth colony ship, Constant. Generations ago, we set forth from the planet Earth with the mission of colonizing a new habitable world, in the spirit of our ancestors nearly a millennium ago. I see. As you may have presumed, we're in a bit of a bind. Our ship has finally completed its near 200-year journey from Earth, only to find our new home seemingly colonized by... well, we don't know. Communications haven't been successful, so your arrival is fortuitous. Perhaps you'd be willing to act as a middle person between ourselves and... the others. We're not entirely sure. Our engineers believe it's possible that our technology just isn't compatible with theirs. All we hear when using them to communicate with anyone is a bunch of disturbing noise. It gave me the heebie-jeebies at first. Well, the short answer is, we didn't. It's a generation ship, which is to say that most of us lived long, happy lives on board and passed our mission down to our children. It was never intended that the original crew would make it to our destination. The goal was always the preservation of the human race above all else. Though, it would seem that was perhaps a bit presumptuous. We do. Well, sort of. We saw structures using our surveying equipment. We've also seen the various ships pass us by. Some even seemed to want to communicate, but couldn't. Of course, we had no idea that they were being piloted by other humans. Ah, your question confirms one of our recent theories. It would seem that some form of faster-than-light travel or space-bending technology was invented during our long journey. That would explain why we would find people this far out into space. I guess technology leapfrogged us at some point. Interesting. I can only imagine that our predecessors didn't believe the technology would ever work, and so they made the decision to leave when they did. Yes, of course. Where are my manners? Now then, please follow me. There's much to discuss first. We'll speak more on the matter once we reach the bridge. Dr. DaCosta, you may return to your quarters if you wish.
Thank you, Captain.
I will follow you to the bridge, ma'am, for security purposes.
I do not believe we have need to fear our guest, but I'll allow it if you insist. Welcome to the Earth colony ship Constant. In the early 2100s, my ancestor, Rupert Brackenridge, researched a number of scientific scenarios: climate change, asteroid impact, nuclear war, global pandemic, and more. Each scenario showed the likelihood of an extinction-level event to be within 50 years. He fully believed Earth was destined to be rendered uninhabitable. We've always assumed that's what happened. So, he gathered the best and brightest he could find, built the Constant, and set a course for this planet here. We were told that it was the largest, most advanced ship ever constructed on Earth at the time. If you can believe, entire generations have been born, lived, and died on this ship. It really goes to show that there are no limits to human ingenuity and perseverance.
Just because our equipment's old.
The Constant is a peaceful ship.
So, here we are.
With technology this outdated, I'm amazed this vessel is able to navigate at all. It's almost like walking through a museum.
No matter the outcome, I won't let my crew down. I think I'm coming up on 6 years now. I was only a teenager when my father died, passing command of the ship to me, as is tradition. Because of that, I've had to sort of learn as I go along, instead of taking years of study and apprenticeship under the prior captain. I think some people on the ship resent me for not having the level of experience as my predecessors. But at the same time, without my command, we likely wouldn't have made it here so quickly. A bit frazzled, as you can imagine. People are anxious about discovering that we're not alone, and also worried about what will come to pass. While we hope we can work out a deal with the people on the surface, they seem reluctant to reach out, so there's no telling what will come of that. I do know that we can't afford to stay here in orbit forever. The ship was built to sustain us for many years with backup provisions just in case, but even that will come to an end eventually. Difficult is the wrong word. It can be both challenging at times and also exciting. Our mission was to rebuild humanity on a distant world, believing that we were Earth's last hope. To think that while there has always been a Brackenridge in the captain's chair, that I am the one to finally oversee our journey's end is truly exhilarating. But with this stumbling block in our path, at this final moment, I fear...
I guess I should tell her how Earth is destroyed, pretty much.
Well, as I mentioned, we've been unsuccessful in communications with anyone up until you arrived, though not for lack of trying. But since you're asking, maybe you'd be willing to be a sort of diplomat between us and them as we attempt to resolve our situation. Does that sound agreeable to you? We suspect that our equipment is woefully obsolete compared to whatever you all have now. In all honesty, we never expected to need to communicate with anyone, so our comms aren't particularly robust. That limits our options. We even attempted communicating with lights and sounds, something we saw in an old movie, but I don't believe they picked up on it. If anything, it may have inadvertently alarmed them. Ah, so they have a name. Paradiso. And it sounds promising that they sent you here to speak with us. You see, we intended to settle here, but we assumed that they intend to defend their claim given their presence here. We'd like you to go speak to them on our behalf and help us negotiate a solution, preferably one that favors us. Based on the data our ancestors had when they launched this endeavor, it was determined that this was the perfect planet for us. Even if we had another viable candidate planet, we lack the resources to get there. And as you know, it took us 200 years to get here. Our people have no desire to go back to drifting the stars so their children's children can possibly settle on an inferior planet. When we left Earth, there were no claims to planets this far out into space. We had assumed that we were the only ones attempting a generational journey such as this, meaning that there would be no need for a formal claims process. Regardless, my ancestor, Rupert Brackenridge, did manage to file a charter for this planet's first colony, to be named New Jamestown. According to his records, no one took it seriously when he filed it, so likely it was either ignored or the records were lost to the ages. Given humanity's lack of interest in colonizing the far reaches of space at the time, it shouldn't have been a problem, but again, here we are now. Yes, of course. But we need to start from a firm position and state our goal. If need be, we can compromise, work out a mutually beneficial deal or some such, but initially I'd like you to be firm with them and convince them to leave the planet to us. Let me know how they respond, and we'll go from there.
I don't think they're gonna do that.
We thought about it, but it simply won't do. I need to think about the distant future of our people. Sure, our first settlement may be small, but our predecessors dreamt of our new civilization spreading across the globe. That will be difficult if someone else plans to do the same. While we're not completely close to the idea of sharing, it's much easier if we have complete domain over this world. Now, it makes little sense to give up before you try. Thank you, and good luck.
I wonder if I'll get in trouble if I go on their computer.
Running a bypass? Be careful.
We were never trained to address threats coming from outside our ship.
Just stay out of trouble. Never seen a ship like yours before. Then again, I haven't seen any ships since we arrived.
Mine's pretty impressive. Multiple floors, I guess.
Careful waving that fancy gun around. We don't need to see what it can do.
Wonder what it's like out there, beyond our little community.
Hey there.
Hydroponics.
Of course. This must be how the colony ship kept itself fed over all these years in space.
Boy, am I glad you weren't some sort of alien or something.
I wonder what else is out there.
That's Vasco.
We were never trained to address threats coming from outside our ship.
These are exciting times, aren't they?
Wow.
I wonder if Stephanie's gonna come back. Gone forever.
I can't tell you how many times I've had to make do with inelegant solutions to complex technical problems.
This guy has a name.
I was hoping to talk to our visitor from outer space, and here you are! Welcome, welcome! I have a million burning questions, but I won't overwhelm you. There will be plenty of time for that later. Please, indulge me just a couple. How did you do it? Did humanity finally discover faster than light travel and eclipse our poor old ship? I knew it. It's incredible! I read about this technology in our archives from Earth, but it was only theoretical back then. Amazing! I'll have to learn more. Oh, I've got so many questions, but I'm being rude. I haven't even given you my name. Chief Engineer Kazemi, but you can call me Amin. And, I might add, I'm one of the reasons we're still floating out here today. Indeed. Thank you for being so kind and indulging me. You must understand how thrilling this news is for someone like me. Someone who suspected this encounter was, in fact, possible. Ah, great question. I do not know for sure, but I can venture a guess. All of the reading I've done on the matter suggests that at the time, there was uncertainty that the technology would ever work, or if it did, that it would work at the scale we needed. So, I trust they made the decision to strike out when they did, fully believing it was the only way. Some may say I'm a master of keeping things together with nothing but duct tape and bubblegum. Well, if we had any gum left. Pretty sure that ran out 100 years ago. When I'm not dealing with catastrophic engine failures, I manage the other engineers. We maintain all the machinery, computers, you name it. We keep the life support on, and the ship flying. Many years ago, when I was a junior engineer, the reactor's computer burned out. The computer that controls the reactor's various regulators. I'll spare you the details, but when that happens, the ship and everyone on it is in danger of turning into a mess of hot slag. I had to jury-rig parts from old media devices to prevent a meltdown. And that's how I became the boss around here. Yes! So many! Does everyone have their own spaceships like you? Do people only live on naturally habitable planets, or did they learn to terraform? Are we in contact with alien species? I have so many more, but I don't want to take up all your time. Disappointing, but not unexpected. When you showed up, I tried to tell the others about the Fermi paradox. I suggested that the most likely explanation for you was that humanity had developed faster, more advanced technology and had leapfrogged us. Seems I was right. I'm not surprised. The amount of energy it would take to terraform an entire planet seems improbable. I can assume these types of colonies are strictly for mining and gathering rare resources, since there are nearly limitless habitable planets to choose from out there. Haha! I knew it! Incredible! Amazing! Simply amazing! In our ancestors' time, only the very wealthy could afford to build ships. Even this ship was only possible by our families pulling together nearly all of their financial resources. Thank you for taking the time to talk with me. I can have a bit of a big personality, I'm told. So let me know if I ever get on your nerves. Good luck out there!
Sure is nice to know there are other people out
What they're eating.
All this time, we thought we were alone.
Spaghetti.
Wow, I've heard about you, but here you are.
Hi. I've lived my entire life in the constant. I'm not sure.
Hi there. Oh, Okay, so I'm not the only one then. That's a relief. I basically never met anyone new, so it caught me off guard. But I did hear we had a visitor. I'll bet you do. But that makes sense, right? Presumably you're out there traveling the universe in your little ship. But for us, everyone we knew and ever would know is on this ship. This is a new experience for us. I imagine that's hard for you to understand. Anyway, sorry for freezing up before. I just didn't expect our visitor from the outside to stop by and chat with me. I figured, if anything, you'd be with the captain. I'm Daisuke, the ship's provisions manager. I'm not sure what I can offer you, but if I can help, I will. And if not, I'm happy just to talk. We manage. I know back on Earth, there used to be stores all over the place. Some that even specialize in specific types of goods, if you can imagine. But here, this is it. We have very limited supplies. Most of our stuff is recycled, even the food. in a roundabout way, if you know what I mean. It works out for the most part, because it has to. You'll sense a running theme with that around here. Not really. Things don't work that way here. It's not a shop like you hear about in the books and movies, or, where you're probably from. Almost everything is communal or shared in some way, but sometimes people want a little something extra or special for themselves. So when that happens, they come to me. Mostly, I just keep track of the ship's inventory and help ration the supplies so we don't run out. Be seeing you.
There's so much more to learn about now.
Where the classrooms are.
I wonder how many other planets are out there that we can live on. I bet there's a million.
Captain Brackenridge says the future is bright, but I think the constant...
Hello there. Given that I don't know you, you must be this visitor I've been hearing so much about.
Just reading?
I'm Julia, the Constant's chief historian. It's nice to meet you on this momentous occasion. If you ask around, people will either tell you my job is absolutely critical to the mission, or I just hang out, read, and watch movies. There's more to it than that. Officially, I'm assigned to the role of chief historian. Generations ago, it used to be lawkeeper of humanity, but that seemed a bit too lofty. While I don't think my job is as important as captain, engineering officer, or cultivation manager, it's still vital to our mission. I do. But sometimes it's frustrating to convince some people that my job is important, since it's not directly related to our continued survival. There was a time where I thought my sister was the lucky one, running the hydroponics farm and being responsible for feeding everyone on board. But I grew to like my work, and working with children is nice, especially since I'll never have any of my own. It's okay. I don't mind you asking. I'm actually proud of my choice. It's a great honor to give up one's ability to have a family so that others may. As you can imagine, a population limit is a necessity on board a colony ship. I made my choice long ago to give others the chance to have a larger family should they wish. Though, I suppose I don't need to worry about that now. Maybe it's time to consider it. Of course. Everyone was assigned their roles here. We don't choose our roles, since there are only so many of us, and every job is critical. Someone has to prove themselves either exceptionally bad at their job or exceptionally good at another in order to be moved. But that rarely happens. I run the educational programs aboard the ship for all the children and any adults who are looking to learn about Earth history. We try to have group sessions some evenings where we read old Earth literature, watch old films, listen to music, and the like. So yes, I hang out with children and watch movies, but it's more involved than that. We historians are charged with keeping Earth culture alive so that we never forget where we came from. Thanks for saying so. As chief historian, I can tell you a lot, probably. What do you want to know? ECS stands for Earth Colony Ship. We wanted a fairly inclusive name to represent the planet, and not a particular nation of origin. There was an old colony ship that sailed across the oceans of Earth from a country called England to settle on a new continent. It was called either the Susan or Sarah Constant. No one seems to know for sure, so ours was shortened to just Constant. Ironically enough, that ship also reached what they thought was new land, and found it populated when they arrived. As chief historian, I can tell you a lot, probably. What do you want to know? Well, we launched Tuesday, September 27th, 2140. So, about 190 years now. Would have been longer, but it turns out we have an ace navigator who saved us some time with some tricky maneuvers. We're the descendants of wealthy elites, intellectuals, artists, scientists, and others who left Earth in 2040 to spread humanity to the stars. The thinking was that Earth's days were numbered for a variety of reasons. Our finder, Rupert Brackenridge, had the foresight to plan for the worst. Thus, he constructed this colony ship to settle what seemed like the most habitable planet we could find, knowing full well it would take generations to reach. We suspected that we may have been the only ones to leave Earth, given that no one else seemed to have the same idea. I'm glad we appeared to be wrong. You know where to find me if you ever want to know more. I hope you'll come back. There's
I'm
so
glad
much
you're
to
not
learn.
an alien, but that would have been so cool.
The macroeconomics book.
Can we watch that movie with all the superheroes in it again?
We'll see. We have a lot of movies to get through, but maybe during our next group choice time, if you can convince the others.
You're less weird than I thought you would be.
Miss Yang said we're experiencing history right now. Watch it again. And that there will be books written about it. I'm gonna be in a book.
Look, there's an old Apple IIe.
That's what Mr. Abe says sometimes. He's funny.
Yup, he sure is.
I bet you've been on lots of cool space adventures. Just like in the old movies.
Oh, the elevator took me just down here. I don't know if it was the first Apple, was it? Alexa, what was the first Apple computer? (1976), called the Apple I. Alexa, when did the Apple IIe come out? Alexa, when did the Apple IIe come out? Trying to see if it knew it as 2 or I. Alexa, when did Apple II come out? So it sounds like the Apple II was in 77, and then the Apple IIe was, or the Apple E was somewhere around 82.
Wait. How is it I don't know you? I know everyone on this ship.
Yeah.
Oh my. Yes, of course. Sorry, I was with a difficult patient.
Reading the 10K roll. An X
Now I
roll.
remember. They sent my husband, Mabuti, to greet you. It's quite fortunate that you arrived when you did, for Mabuti's sake. Hopefully you can help resolve our current predicament. There isn't, at least not in the medical sense. Since he was one of the eldest on board, he was ready to volunteer for termination. Thankfully, since you've arrived, that no longer seems necessary.
Excuse me? Volunteer for termination? Meaning what, exactly? It means that he was going to volunteer his own life for the sake of the others on this ship, due to limited spaces and supplies. Like the others, his life would then be honored with special distinction and recorded for history. Rarely we had to make difficult choices when no one would volunteer. But Mabuti, he's too generous to let that happen. I certainly hope so, too. It shouldn't.
I should certainly hope that it doesn't.
They get too old, they have to get killed.
Okay.
Perhaps I can soon retire. That's something people used to do, I hear.
Nothing. Not in the medical sense. As one of the eldest on board, he was ready.
Excuse me? Volunteer for...
It means that, like the others, rarely we had to make... I know you think it's not quite right, but thank you for understanding. With luck, it won't come to it, I hope.
No, I don't subscribe to that theory. There's always another way.
Like it switches to a conversation with her.
I don't have much to spare, but if you are... Sure, but I only have a few things to spare.
Not free. I don't really need anything.
Take care of yourself out there.
Hi.
These are exciting times.
Hi there.
Captain, it is pleasant to see you.
I picked
This is great in space.
pressure normalizing. Undocking complete.
Right, we're landing.
I picked up something you might be interested in.
Really?
Looks like it's Neptune next. Oh, yes, of course. I almost forgot.
Just told me about it a second ago.
Until later.
Been up there, huh? Space? Must be cool.
Can't be the way.
Why, hello, darling. Welcome to Enhance Paradiso. You too can use our services to help you feel as good about your appearance as I do mine. We can make you thinner, larger, change your hair, your face, or even your sex. Anything you want. Or perhaps I can interest you in the Paradiso Getaway Bundle promotion. This is a one-time offer for new Paradiso customers. Once you decline, it's gone. We simply book 2 sessions for you for a greatly reduced price. Why, you might ask? Many Paradiso guests come to get away from their normal lives, and often they like to believe what happens here stays here. So, they will change their appearance not only when they get here to engage in some fun, but also when they leave to go back to their normal lives. Oh no, I know that some other Enhanced hosts might do that as a way to upsell our services, but not me. No. No. Here I only want you to be comfortable with who you are. You should not feel pressured by anyone else to look one way or another. Being happy with your body comes from pleasing yourself, not by pleasing others. Certainly. Service at our regular price will always be available to you if you change your mind. What can I... Oh, you're too pure for this world. Yes, especially when on vacation. Oh, don't look so surprised, darling. Have you ever seen someone come back from a break looking more refreshed and vibrant than ever? It's not uncommon for people to get little touch-ups while away. Better that than risk the embarrassment of bumping into friends at their local Enhance. That's very kind of you to say. I have put many credits into my appearance, and I am proud of how I look. There is no shame in paying to look good. I regularly use Enhanced services. A little tweak here or there every so often keeps things interesting. And the fact that it is hard to notice proves the quality of our work. Thank you for stopping by. Yes?
Yes? What?
Hello, welcome to Hotel Paradiso. You may continue inside to the main desk if you need to check in for your stay, or feel free to browse the shops along the promenade. Let me know if I could answer any questions you may have or help you in any other way. If you have business with Oliver, you'll first need to speak with Kiwi, the board's executive assistant. You'll find them if you take the elevator up to the top floor and go down the hallway. For that, you'll want to head inside, go to the main desk, and speak with Dirk. He'll be more than happy to guide you through the check-in process. Ah, this is your first time here. That's exactly what it is. Paradiso prides itself on being the fanciest, most relaxing resort getaway in the galaxy. People from all over come here to bask in the sun, enjoy the all-natural beaches, explore, enjoy the local wildlife, and generally get pampered. Unfortunately, the beach is reserved for hotel guests only, and that goes for the entire planet's beaches. The Paradiso Group owns all land on Parima 2, so you must either be a resort guest or have prior authorization for any public or private beach use. But, and you didn't hear this from me, security rarely has the bandwidth to patrol outside the main resort. Enjoy your stay at Paradiso.
Howdy.
Oh, this looks like a lovely place for a stay. Might also be the perfect time to stop for some food or tranquility. Where should we begin?
Oh, hey, a customer.
Welcome to Paradiso Gift Shop and Convenience. Feel free to look around, but don't break anything or you've got to buy it. And before you ask,
So enthusiastic.
aren't any discounts, so don't even try to haggle with me. No.
You are our guest. Yeah, thank you for liking.
I always think that just because we're some fringe planet and not part of the free stars or whatever, that we're happy to haggle for everything. I wouldn't even care, honestly. But they take it out of my pay if any money's missing, so no discount. Why would I? I have to sell overpriced crap to rude, obnoxious tourists all day. My uncle works for the Paradiso board. When he said he could get me a job here, I expected an executive level job, not this. But it's not all bad. I don't have to worry about getting fired, and I live in Paradiso for free. Now, can I get you something, or are you going to keep asking questions about my life? Okay, take a look.
They got weapons here. Some sort of sniper rifle. You are our guest. Chris, thank you for liking. Much appreciated. Steak.
Have fun out there.
Some of our guests think everything is complimentary. I've seen people walk away with towels, silverware, you name it.
One of these days, I'd love to experience this resort the way our guests do.
You'd think
Excuse me, you can't just waltz in there. Do you have an appointment? I'm afraid so, yes. Sorry, but that's just how it is with the board. They're generally very busy, so any outside parties need to book appointments in advance. Oh, you're the one they're waiting for then. Do you need anything else from me before you meet with the board? I can't speak for anyone else, but I've got a pretty high-pressure job working as the executive assistant to the Paradiso board. You can imagine, dealing with a team of execs, trying to manage all of their schedules and their other whims. But it pays well, and they give me a nice executive suite at the hotel to live in, so it's not all bad. Free access to all the resort's amenities after work helps too. People were a little freaked out around here, understandably. It looks so different and it's so massive. We honestly thought we were under attack by an unknown entity. But then, nothing happened. It just stayed there. No one could communicate with it. And we've been very careful not to alert the resort guests. The board believed it would be bad for business. what I could tell you would get me in a lot of trouble. Most of them are typical C-level execs. I doubt you even need to use your imagination for that. The ones that show up to work day to day, at least. I swear, I've never even met some of them, because they chill at their own private, secluded beach homes all the time. Anyway, be smart around Oliver. He's got a way of getting what he wants without you realizing it. And that's all I'll say. Take care. Let me know if I'm able to help with anything. Sure. Have fun in the Shark Tank. And don't worry, even they call it that.
It'd be funny if the main guy looks like Kevin O'Leary.
I just feel that we should be focusing on the natural beauty of this planet, not our amenities.
There are millions of planets out there. People can go to any one of them. The resort facilities are precisely what we intended. Heck, it's the only thing we've really done to offer.
I don't want to risk us coming off as just another artificial, shady, trash-filled dump like Neon. That's not who we are. We've got something special here. We should embrace that.
If it's not important, bring it up with Kiwi. Not quite. We just don't answer to the Freestar Collective or the United Colonies. Makes things easier. We don't pay any taxes, we don't need to follow their laws. All the benefits, none of the drawbacks. And no one minds because half the politicians and other big shots love vacationing here. Works for everyone. We, the Paradiso Group, bought the rights to this planet years ago with the intent of turning it into the biggest and best resort in the universe.
Back, welcome back.
To that end, I'd say we've succeeded. As such, no other leisure enterprises may operate on the planet.
I'm on a resort planet.
But as you can see, none can afford such a deal. No, of course not. There's several more. We're just the ones who show up day to day. The others spend their time lazing on the beach or gallivanting off-world. Doesn't bother me, though. Less cooks in the kitchen means I get to make all the big decisions around here. Seems to be working out for us just fine. I am. And you must be the diplomat Jiro told me about. Welcome, welcome. Normally I'd offer you an all-inclusive stay at our resort before we spoke. But given the circumstances, I'm going to cut to the chase. We've got our friends, the aliens, up there causing all sorts of problems for our resort. You like that? The marketing team came up with it. The thought is, if we can't get rid of them, it might actually attract more tourism. Come see the aliens! We run a premier resort getaway here. We can't have our guests concocting stories about some budgy old ship hanging around up there. As it is, we've had to reroute our luxury liners round the other side of the planet on entry so no one sees it. It's bad for business. We need to nip this in the bud and take care of it before the tourists catch on and cause a scene. You'd be surprised what people fall for. Locally sourced island fruit essences, for instance. It's just the same old fruits brought over from Earth ages ago, but we get nearly 10 times the market for them. But you're right, no one's going to buy aliens. Remind me to fire the marketing team. So tell me, what's the actual deal with this massive eyesore of a ship, besides scaring people away? I'd say you're full of it and might have been watching too many movies. Now, instead of wasting my time, want to tell me what it really is? Well, that's something. Shame we can't just tell them kindly to bugger off. Something tells me that's not going to work. Now, tell me, what are we going to do about it? Give me some proposals, people. I need something to work with here.
This guy.
We could offer to resettle them here. There's more than enough space.
They could stay here, Temporarily. But it'll cost them. Quite a bit, too. They'd need to work off all their debts before being allowed to leave.
Maybe not. What if we help them get out of here? Outfit their ship with a grav drive so they can find a new home. We could even lend our engineers to help and give their captain an updated star map. What do you think?
Sounds costly. We can't absorb that cost, and it's unlikely they even have compatible currency, let alone enough for the transaction. Someone else would have to foot the bill.
Oh, I swear this would be a lot easier if they ceased to exist entirely. Anyway, Seema's got the right idea. Either works for me. Just tell me what you want to do.
So they can live here, they'd be indentured servants.
We own this planet, they don't. Here at Paradiso, we don't like leaving things to chance. Who knows what these people will do with their land? Imagine the landscaping disasters they might come up with, and how that might mar the satellite imagery of the planet in our brochures. No, much better to assimilate them into our culture if they come here to live, rather than leave it to chance. Well, absurd or not, that's our official stance. I make the decisions that are best for our entire group. You don't. We operate outside of the Free Stars only, you see, partially because we don't want anyone else meddling in our affairs. And we'd rather not draw attention to it, as I've mentioned. It could be bad for business. We'd much rather settle this independently. I'm not suggesting anything, other than it would make our lives so much easier if that ship ceased existing. Make of that what you will. It's not our responsibility to bear the brunt of that cost. We're being more than generous by offering the use of our engineering team to help install it. A custom grav drive can't come cheap, and I assume they have neither the monetary means nor the connections to get a hold of that kind of technology. That leaves the only other party in this negotiation. You. Oh, I didn't say that specifically. This would be a mutual contract for room and board in exchange for services rendered. Of course, there's no telling how long this arrangement will last, given the substantial costs we'd need to take on in order to accommodate them here, including their continued room and board. But this may save the resort on operating costs in the long term, as we'd be able to let go of some of our current paid staff. And which proposal will you be taking to the good captain? I assume there's a captain? They'd be hard-pressed to defend their claim in any courts. Our charter goes back years. It was registered with both the UC and Free Star Collective, per the Centaurus Proclamation. We may be outside the settled systems, but that charter's official as can be. I'm sorry, but you're going to need to be the one to break the news to them that they need to make a compromise or leave. I have no idea, because I'm not suggesting anything of the sort. But it's a wonder that old ship made it all the way here in such a relatively short time. Must have really been pushing themselves. An engineer friend of mine told me once that the reactors on those old ships have a tendency to self-destruct if they overload. Of course, their engineers must have taken great care not to push it too far. Someone would likely have to override the safety systems in the reactor computer. But who would do such a thing?
Don't even think for one moment that this would be acceptable behavior. You can't just blow up their ship. That's insane.
Ah, good on you. You want to see a man named Benny St. James over at Hope Tech. He's the best in the business. If anyone can retrofit a 200-year-old ship with a modern grav drive, it'd be him. We'll coordinate our engineering team with his when you return, though you may have to help the Constance engineers prepare for it on their end. Good luck.
I know this was a difficult decision, but if it's any consolation, I think you've made the right choice. Compared to the destruction of their vessel and relegating them to a life of servitude, I'd say this is the best chance they've got.
Right. On behalf of the Paradiso Group, we appreciate your help. Balaam's right.
Thank you.
I believe this outcome will be best. We don't want to compete with Dion. Bayou's ruthless. He'll do anything he can to eliminate the competition. I need that
Need something?
Hey there.
Like a nice hotel, eh?
Another lost belonging notification in the system. When am I going to find the time? Oh dear, a guest. Dreadfully sorry you had to hear my complaint. How unprofessional of me. Hello, welcome to Paradiso. Dirk Huddleston at your service. Do you need assistance checking in for your reservation? Oh, no, nonsense. Just a small scheduling issue. Some of our guests have misplaced their belongings, and I am responsible for finding and returning said belongings. Just one of the many services we are happy to provide here at Paradiso. Nothing to worry you about. May I continue to check you in? Very well. I can't guarantee we have any premium rooms available at the moment, but if you're still interested, we may have other rooms. Oh no, you're on vacation. I wouldn't dream of asking a guest to find other guests' lost belongings. But if you want to take a look at the list in the system and you happen to find anything while you're out and about, I suppose it would help me out. Please, don't feel obligated, however. For one, our hotel rooms are quite luxurious. The executive suite is especially posh, but perpetually booked. However, I must say, even the economy rooms are exceedingly pleasant. You'll find our beach relaxing, and we have several top-notch shops and dining experiences. I particularly enjoy a spot of afternoon tea from Tranquility. Of course, we also have the galaxy's only gourmet chunks. And if you're feeling adventurous, I believe the Enhance is still running a very popular Paradiso Getaway special. Parima 2 is owned independently by the Paradiso Group. We exist outside of the United Colonies and Freestar Collective, yet entertain visitors from both. The Paradiso Group is run by several board members, many of whom take residence within the resort itself. They established the resort as a getaway for all on the most beautiful planet in the universe, and I can tell you that there were substantial monetary investments to make sure of that. Broad question, but I'll try my best. Paradiso is the premier resort destination in the known universe. This planet is as perfect as one could possibly imagine. That is, assuming pristine beaches, constant beautiful sunny weather, and fabulous resort accommodations are to your liking. One of our deluxe suites just opened up. I'd be happy to accommodate you. And what is your desired length of stay with us? Indeed. Thank you for staying with us.
Hey.
If I could just...
Yet another nice day in Paradiso.
You got 2 tickets to Paradiso. Look at the space room we got, eh? Ourselves a toaster. Our own little kitchenette. The stuff we can steal. You want to see something cool that I learned? Figure it out if I can do it. You can open up the door here. There's another toilet.
It's about time. Come on, sleepyhead.
Well, that hotel suite's pretty nice, I guess. $300, that's not bad. Wait, there's still a quest marker. Want me to sleep longer?
Time to get back to the world, eh?
Here's the deck.
I shouldn't be telling you this.
Paradiso is absolutely beautiful. Can you possibly imagine a more tranquil place for a resort?
I don't want to overload the reactor. Security. Ugh.
Anything interesting in range?
Something over here. Lithium. Tropical forest. Here's the moon, man. Found an oasis. There's dead spacer here.
I'm sure they had something we can use.
Oh crap, there's terramorphs here. He's level 44. This gun's useless.
Hope you calibrated that thing.
Boy, this thing really burns through the old ammo.
searching them, make it quick.
Oof. Piloting is probably a good one to start. Fly around a lot. Cargo one's a good one too. Thought I'd be fighting a spacer, not a one of these guys. These guys are supposed to be so bad. Kick butt. Not much fauna, but I've been scanning them. Welcome back. What'd you vote for today anyway? We're gone forever. You voted no? Huh. I thought you'd for sure vote for Frank Sinatra. He sings Christmas songs. And New York, New York. That's his song too. Start spreading the news. I'm leaving today. Get a Christmas album? As well as that. You said you like Christmas music, you know, I figured that's a for sure one for you. I want to be a part of it. Old New York. We can make it there, we can make it anywhere. What don't you like about it? Is his Christmas songs not up to your standards, I guess? Well, you changed your vote. Well, you suddenly like him now? You know, if you're not familiar with the name or something like that, you can ask too, right? If it was a case that you just didn't recognize his name. This guy is majorly famous for his Christmas albums, though.
Keep scanning. I'm sure there's something nearby.
Got 4 out of 5 Flora. Fauna. fighting each other.
Give it your best shot.
Do this.
You okay?
One of the birds is kind of aggressive, I guess. Oh, Stephanie's not talking to me anymore. A lot of the plants covered now. There was something there. Hey Charlotte, how are you? There we go. Finally scanned that bird.
You are our guest.
But half of the fauna. One plant left somewhere. It's those giant cactuses. That cactus, the other giant cactus. Big ball. Okay. There we go. Some other animals somewhere, but not here. I'm good, thank you. Been playing this Starfield game. It's pretty good.
There are so many activities I'm looking forward to doing, but I'm just having a good time relaxing.
Hey, I noticed you arriving at port shortly after I did. Something's been bothering me, and I've been dying to ask another guest. They told us there was a very active meteor shower, which is why we had to divert our flight path coming in for our landing. But I haven't seen a single shooting star since I've been here. That's weird, right? You're probably right. I've just been feeling stressed as of late. And
This is like
worrying
a
about
paradise
something
planet.
silly like that will only make it worse.
How come you changed your vote, Stephanie?
Relax here and let Paradiso melt away my worries like it always does. Thank you for grounding me.
I'll be playing Disney Dreamlight Valley tomorrow. I'm not sure yet. We'll see. Whatever I feel like playing. Maybe though.
Anything I can help you with? Need some work done? Okay, no problem.
How do you get this thing, I wonder? Because you love Christmas music. Yeah, but you voted no originally. Did you not recognize the name or something?
Hey, what can I do for you? I'm sure you can find something you like.
Yeah, I looked at these already. 44 days, nice. Oh, I gotta go over here. Yeah, we got a lot of fires.
To be back.
Oh, you didn't recognize the name.
We're gonna do a quick scan for contraband, and you can be on your way. You're good to go. All clear to land in Hometown.
Their shields are gone. Take them out.
Holy cow, a bunch of spacers after me there, eh? I think I kicked some space butt. This ship looks pretty intact. Hard to spot these ones. There we go.
While we're here, we should swing by Hope Tech Starlight and see if they have anything interesting for sale.
I don't want to hear any complaints. Keep an eye on your valuables.
Hey, the Rangers.
Hey.
I remember meeting Ron Hope once. Idealistic and perhaps a bit of a dreamer.
All right, Adela.
But you have to
Deep
admire what
breath.
he's accomplished.
Oh, God. Right. Right. When I signed on to be a freight captain, I was expecting long hours and dull routes. And now I'm a hair away from being executed. Or worse. Where to start? So, I fly a rust bucket called the Markab for a small shipping line. It just started, really. We do bulk shipping, boring stuff like actuators and seed stock and minerals. Have you ever had a standard, boring job just blow up in your face? That's not helpful. So I just got assigned to the Markab. The first shipment? Slag steel. Nothing special. As soon as I left Neon and got scanned, things got crazy. Spacers, Freestar security, the works. Everyone demanding I power down, hand over the contraband, or sometimes just firing first. I skipped the system, ditched the cargo, and have been running ever since. I don't know. I was just flying for my life. But some bad people want it. I'm getting to that part. Sorry. A tracker just landed, and I just know he's hunting a bounty. Me. But the trick is, everyone knows the ship. But my info isn't in the database yet. All they got is my last name, Fahim. So if you go into the pit stop and claim you're Captain Fahim of the Markab, maybe you can deal with the tracker? A member of the Trackers Alliance. You know, Bang Bang Dead or Alive bounty hunters?
That sounds cool. I want to be a tracker.
The company is, well, a real train wreck. I'm amazed they even have my last name on file. For once, working for such a dump is a good thing. I don't know. I don't want anyone to get hurt, but he may not give you any choice. Listen, I just haul, well, garbage. But you, I mean, you're armed and look, well, awesome. I figure you could do a solid for the little guy, girl. Plus credits. I did mention the credits, right? You are the best! This slate has everything they know about me. It's not much. He's the one with the cowboy hat. Just stay safe. Thank you.
Ron hopes the best thing that happened to us.
Always something good going on around here.
We'd be dust, except for the fact
Off-worlders, nothing ever good comes from them.
Certainly, bodies were saying, has spared no expense.
We could save valuable weight if we got rid of the pilot seat. Maybe an ottoman? Well, all of them. I've been with Mr. Hope since near the beginning. I think he appreciates my attention to detail and my focus on the fundamentals. Although he has been hinting that the R&D budget may dry up if I don't produce results. Oh, it's marvelous. Generally, they only care about efficiency, cost-effectiveness, and reliability. Oh, sure, there are the odd complaints about comfort and lack of decent airflow, but they almost always side with the numbers. Sure, that sounds like me. What can I do for you? I'm a little busy, but I think I could spare some time. Oh, you should have just said that. Of course I can help you. Oliver sent a courier ahead of you. I did some research on ships from that era, and I have a decent idea what we're dealing with. So grab drives, didn't really take off until after the ship was built. But I've got access to an ancient grav drive that looks like it could be compatible. With some minor adjustments. It's in good shape, too. Parts not cheap, though. Neither is the labor. Just pay the combined cost of parts and labor, and it's yours. It's a pretty big ask, given how rare these old grav drives are. Maybe it is selfish of me to demand such a price. Tell you what, sounds like this is for a good cause. While I can't give you the part for free, I won't charge you for the work. You're darn right it is. I'll get to work on it right away. I recommend you go back to the ship and ask the captain to prepare for its retrofit. Standard stuff. I'm sure they have an engineer on board to help. We'll send the part along when it's ready and install it with the help of Oliver's people. Pleasure working with you.
25 grand. Holy crap, dudes.
Hard to get better prices for a hauler.
Our motto is, how can I direct you? If you have an appointment with Ron Hope, he's on the top floor. He's very busy, so if you don't have a meeting scheduled, he may not be available.
Are you sure?
Miss Anaya can take care of you. She's to my left on this floor. Have a nice day.
I have a mission with Ron Hope somewhere.
If you get the credits, we got what you need. Welcome to Hope Tech Sales. Give me your invoice. You don't? Wait, you're a solo outfit, aren't you? Okay. Nice. Well, what you need to know about our ships is they're from stern to bow, built for reliability. With Hope Tech, you get people that care about you making that 300th freight run. Listen, this whole system was nothing until Ron Hope came here. He gave us a purpose, a mission. Something we could be proud of. To us, this job is life. And the quality of what we make shows it. A smart person So what are you in the market for? I worked the freight lines flying a Hope Tech ship for near a decade. Gertrude saw me through plenty of scrapes and just hard travel. Hope Tech ships will save your life. They did mine. Excellent.
Semi. Holy crap, look at that one. Got some heavy duty shields, that's for sure. A good cargo capacity. ugly, but
Hope Tech never sleeps. Let me show you our inventory.
a lot of the same things that other one had. Armstrong.
Stay safe.
You here for commerce? Or another bored tourist? Some rules. If there's one, don't even think about stealing anything. No haggling. The price, and... I didn't start this way. So now I look out for number one. And it's not like there's anywhere else on this rock to buy weapons. You may be thinking this place is a dump. Lots of customers pass through. We got something for everyone. Good.
Oh, I need weapon or ammo for that one gun. Rest Old Earth shotgun. So this one's .43 MI. It's not a great weapon. It's like ultra legendary, but 3 AV laser. They said this one.
Almost done with this.
New face, huh? Got some business with me, or just learning the lay of the land? The fact I'm in this ranger station wearing this uniform doesn't make that obvious? That's so. Well, I hope I lived up to your expectations. Ranger Niakalu. I'm a Hopetown girl born and raised, so I know a lot of the locals. Helps me do the job. That being said, keeping the peace around here is more the job of local security. Sure, place like this with a lot of hardworking people, you're bound to see some things. Contraband flows through here like it does any starport. And I get the occasional fugitive hoping to hide in the crowd. No problem. Not usually. Local security handles most of their issues. Every once in a while, though, we need access to sensitive information as part of our work. Badge or not, some folks aren't fond of letting us poke around in their books and personnel files. Honestly, though, it's not that common. Most people are willing to work with us because they know it's in everyone's best interest. Think of it as a small picture, big picture proposition. The small picture is local trouble, things that happen here in Hopetown. Handling that is local security's job. We Rangers protect the entire Freestar Collective, so we deal with problems that span multiple worlds. Smuggling rings, escaped convicts, pirates preying on shipping. Those are the kind of things we handle. That's why there are Rangers stationed in different settlements. It lets us cast a wide net. Bye.
Pardon.
I don't want to hear any complaints.
I didn't want to hear any complaints.
You should inspect your ship for heat leeches every... Hey, what can I do for you? Sure thing. We'll get it fixed up. Good as new.
Fingers crossed. I heard there's 30.
Captain. Hello. I am satisfied to see that you survived your most recent.
Pressure holding. Takeoff will sound. Achieving orbit now.
Probably another mission on that spaceship, I guess.
Ravage up complete. Green lights on outer hatch. We're docked.
Picked up something you might be interested in. Hopefully, our vanguard will be at Neptune. Actually, yes, I do. Here you are. Bye for now.
Hi. Please disregard.
The Constant is a peaceful ship.
You are our
Well,
guest.
thank you for liking. How do I get up there? Man Bay? Guess both things are kind of this way.
People always appreciate a good engineer, whether they know it or not. What grab drive? Just joking with you. The Paradiso engineers filled me in. Okay, let's see what we need to do. All right. This will be fun. And hopefully there will be no explosions in the process. I have just received word that the drive is here. Ready to get to work?
Yes, of course I need your help. My team needs to stay on top of their daily maintenance, and I need to make my own preparations for this gravity drive you brought us. Your help is going to be vital to this procedure. And have no worries, it'll be easy. I'll guide you through the process. Great, great, great! There are 3 preparations I need you to help me make while I set things up on my end. First thing I need you to do is reroute the power from the port turbo pump to the auxiliary cryogenic radiator. Then, turn the plasma runoff inhibitor function to 5%. Last, you'll need to decouple the magnetic flange pipe enclosures from the auxiliary module assembly.
Am I supposed to remember this?
Got it? Let's hop to it. If the other colonists knew how many times the constant almost came apart at the seams. Something wrong? There are 3 things we need to do.
Okay.
Reroute the power from the port turbo pump to the auxiliary
Port turbo
cryogenic
pump
radiator.
to cryogenic
Turn the
radiator.
inhibitor function to 5%. Decouple the magnetic flange pipe enclosures from the auxiliary module assembly. Careful not to touch anything on your way out.
Where do I do that? I don't remember now. Timothy, are you watching?
I've heard about it.
Keeping a 200-year-old ship. Something wrong?
We gotta remember this, what we gotta do here.
There are 3 things we need to do. Reroute the power from the port turbo pump to the auxiliary cryogenic
Port
radiator.
to Cairo.
Turn the plasma runoff inhibitor function to 5%.
Plasma.
Decouple the magnetic flange pipe enclosures from the auxiliary module assembly.
Alright, can you remember all that he just said? So port turbo pump to auxiliary something.
There are 3 things we need to do. Reroute the power from the port turbo pump to the auxiliary cryogenic radiator.
Okay.
Turn the plasma runoff inhibitor function to 5%. Decouple the magnetic flange pipe enclosures from the auxiliary module assembly.
Oh, you just remind me of those things. Hey, Kevin. I'm good, thank you. Yeah, but what was this port? Was it port Cairo pump? I'm gonna go get the directions one more time, okay?
If the other colonists knew. Something wrong?
We gotta remember all these instructions.
There are 3 things we need to do. Reroute the power from the port turbo pump to the auxiliary cryogenic radiator. Turn the plasma runoff inhibitor function to 5%. Decouple the magnetic flange pipe enclosures from the auxiliary module assembly.
So,
Something wrong?
you got all of them, Timothy?
There are 3 things we need to do. Reroute the power from the port turbo pump to the auxiliary cryogenic radiator. Turn the plasma runoff inhibitor function to 5%. Decouple the magnetic flange pipe enclosures from the auxiliary module.
You said rewrote turbo pump, but there's like 3 different turbo pumps. So he said port turbo pump. More than one computer, maybe? It was something like 5%.
People always appreciate a good engineer, whether they know it or not. Something wrong? There are 3 things we need to do. Reroute the power from the port turbo pump to the auxiliary cryogenic radiator. Turn the plasma runoff inhibitor function to 5%. Decouple the magnetic flange pipe enclosures from the auxiliary module assembly. See you!
Was this the port? Oh, the port turbo pump was down here.
Wow. Hi.
I can't tell you how many times something wrong? There's still something left to do. Decouple the magnetic flange pipe enclosures from the auxiliary module assembly. Something wrong? There's still something left to do. Decouple the magnetic flange pipe
enclosures from auxiliary mobile assembly.
Careful not to touch anything.
Wow. Hi.
Keeping a 200-year-old ship running. Something wrong? There's still something left to do. Decouple the magnetic flange pipe enclosures from the auxiliary module assembly. Good luck.
Oops, I think I did something wrong. You're only giving me 1 sentence of it, though. I thought it was this one. From something auxiliary. Maybe this one? Nope.
Looks like everything is good to
See, I could decouple it from like 8 different things.
All that's left now is to hope this gravity drive thing doesn't blow up. So long.
Boy, am I glad you weren't some should know who this person is, but somehow it's escaped my memory.
Too tired to think fast. I don't know if that qualifies as fast. We just repeated it like 20 times. She's sleeping.
We didn't believe anyone would be out here, but I'm glad for it. Well, well, it would appear we have the means to go nearly anywhere now, thanks to you. The engineers even upgraded our communications equipment so we can speak with passing ships. Turns out it was a pretty easy fix. Thank you again for all you've done.
You might want to put guns on your ship too.
We don't yet know, but we did receive a star map from the Paradiso engineers. I suppose we'll just chart a course for other suitable habitable worlds until we find one that matches the quality of Paradiso. Porima 2 here. Without you, we'd most likely be stuck. But you went above and beyond. I'll make sure people tell tales of your generosity for as long as our society lives. I don't know if we can ever fully repay you. Thank you again.
Gave me some things there. An antique piggy bank. Antique soccer balls.
Careful waving that fancy gun around. We don't need to see what it can do.
You give me for a weapon there. It's okay, I guess. This one's cooler.
We were never trained to address threats.
Undocking complete, Captain.
think I gotta go here.
Hey, hope you're enjoying yourself.
You're lucky I'm not like the other board members, lazing about the beaches without a care in the universe. I'm surprised you're still worried about that. As far as I'm concerned, we did those people a favour. Now they can settle on whatever empty planet they want and not be a bother to our guests or our bottom line. Go on now, enjoy Paradiso.
What's not to love about this planet?
Hmm. Oh, here's the gun. No, this is a different one. There's supposed to be a good. That captain is supposed to give you a really good gun. Guess they changed it. Oh, I'm gonna go to bed. I gotta work tomorrow. Thank you for whatever role you played today. Those who shared, much appreciated. Chatted, Timothy, Stephanie, Kevin,
Love to experience this
Charlotte.
the way our guests do.
50-50. Do you like Frank Sinatra? Well, have a good night.